Hello and welcome to What Map, the map review show for City Skylines. There are tens of thousands of maps in the workshop now, and so finding the right one for your next build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review one, using our 5-star rating for aesthetics, detail and gameplay potential, awarding only the very best the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to Tuesday's What Map. Now, forewarned in advance, today we have a double asset review. Extra special, and I've even put a bit of time in detailing it for you, so something for you to look forward to midway through today's show. Now today we are looking at Edgewater Bay by Sadie 1373. Edgewater Bay, a brighter future. Well, I'll be the judge of that, shall I? It's their first ever map. They've asked for a little bit of feedback, and I've not want to say no, you should know that by now. So here we are. Now, what do we need to make this map work? There's the question. Well, it runs on the San Miniato theme, and it has the Cold Embrace sluts, a couple of mods, and a few assets. Not too many. Most of you will be able to cope with this one. First instinct is it looks not too bad from down here. The road's all right. In fact, the road's more than all right. The road is pretty damned good, holding together really nicely, except for down here where it's deliberately split, and that's not a bad effort at doing feeder roads. You know, the intersection, it's all right. Actually, it's not a bad intersection. I'd like it a little bit tighter, but to be honest with you, that's a personal grumble, and there's nothing wrong with what we see here. We cross across into the island, which gives you a start location down here. Now, that is a bit of an odd place to have your start location, because you've got nowhere to build. You have to build right round to this flat build plane round here. We'll look at the rail in a minute. So for me, that's a slightly odd place. Maybe I would have extended the island out a little bit, give a bit more build plane. Maybe that's something you could do when you start your city. But it's just a little job that needs doing, and we'll lose a point off of the gameplay potential for that. Now the road continues. It's nice and flat around here, good flat build plane, and we've got another start location here with wavy arms coming out there, one that side and one the other side. Again, it's a nice intersection. Oh, where's this going? Oh, I thought there was a start square over here, but no, we are going up the mountain, zigzagging, gets you up onto a build plane up here. And yet you can actually, there's a bit of space up there. That's actually good thinking. Thank you very much, Sadie. That's good thinking indeed to get us up to the top level. Back down to street level though, and we are just winding our way through. Oh, we got a split in the highway there, but it's a deliberate one. It comes back together. It's all for aesthetics. Yes, all the factory. Not keen on the factory. No, very limited props available when actually building your maps. That one just didn't seem to make any sense to me at all in that location. Anyway, so we all skittle along. There's not really much to report here, really, is there? You've got some chunky mountains on the right that don't feel particularly real, but we'll let them go. This cutting's quite nice. Cutting into the side of the mountain, and yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. Like the choice of trees and the foliage. It looks good, and it certainly works with this theme. Obviously inspired by San Miniato, I would suggest as well. And then we're right onto the edge here and off into the fog. And now we're down to the rail. Now the rail, what have we got here? This is good. This is a slow, gradual slope. My favourite. This is good work. Thank you very much for that. The bridge is about as low as you'd want it to be without cutting off the tops of the Arctics. Only problem is it's a bit too low, and we've got a street lamp clipping through, and yeah, that's poor, unfortunately. Anyway, we're now going through the trees, and we're onto the island here, I believe. Yes, and we are we're over the highway. Forgetting where I am. Somebody give me an internal sat nav. Now we're taking a bridge over onto the island. That's right. Once again, lovely bridge. This is great bridge work. Sadie, I'm going to give you credit on your bridge works. Very, very nice. And then this goes off onto the island at the other side of that hill that we looked at a minute ago from the highway. It's there you go. Special Asset Review Day. Now, today we are looking at The Walking Dead. Now, you'll probably know my old mucker Pug Gaming on his channel has done a Walking Dead series, and a couple of creators have actually been making assets for him, and God bless them, they're bloody good as well. These are the Morgan Street houses. Now, I'm probably the only person alive today who hasn't actually seen The Walking Dead, nor Rogue One, nor so many things I've not seen. I'm trying to keep up, I really am. And these houses are supposedly from The Walking Dead, and they're realistic, and I'm taking everybody's word for this. I have seen pictures and I've seen a few trailers, and they do seem to fit. So there we are, that's the Morgan Street houses. But that is not all, because at the top here we have got TWD, The Walking Dead, Alexandria Tower. Now this is a dilapidated church by LostGeko. Look at these, roof all crashed in there, been a big fire. And that is very nice as well. Anyway, I hope you appreciate the extra detailing I've done for this particular asset review. Spent a lot of time there. Unfortunately, somebody has left the gates open, which means there could be zombies pretty much anywhere, which is a bad thing. A bad thing, but these assets are all really good. But yeah, open gates, could be zombies. You know I'm not going to resort to cheap tricks, don't you? You know that. Okay, maybe I will. It's the Walking Dead asset special, LostGeko and KingLeno. And that concludes that. Now back to Edgewater Bay, and we've got shipping routes going along through the fog. Where's that go? Just off to the distance there, that's fine. Where do we feed into? That's the question. We've got one that cuts into there. Not really necessary to have that one over there, but never mind, that's good. That's fine, I'm not moaning. And this one all the way into the bay. Yeah, we need that there. Now, water flow. We'll have a look at water flow. There really isn't that much. There's no rivers, so we've got nothing feeding into the oceans to push the water around. But we do have this oddity here. I'm not insured for this show. I'm not entirely sure why we have this. It's obviously a water source and it's pushing the water up, but it doesn't really do anything apart from look odd. So let's have a look at the overall. Mostly, yeah, we've got 25 squares is mostly water, apart from the peninsula and the island. This little bit out here is just out of the 25, but there is build space out here. And this long island here as well, you can build on there if you really want to use the 81 tiles, of course. And then if you cut up into the mountains, there's plenty of places to build in the mountains if you can get up here. Nicely detailed with the surface rock pack, very nice. Yeah, it's a bit awkward to get up here though, to be honest with you. I've seen mountains that are more accessible than these, and these ones, they just don't feel real to me. Look in the distance there, that one there. I mean, yes, they do exist like this, but not my cup of tea, this mountain range, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, we got build plane. Let's have a look up on this one as well. Yeah, see, it's tiered up here, so you can get cities built onto each tier, I guess, and then you right up into the fog, really high up. Great view looking down on the island. And this peninsula here, loads of flat built plane there, and like I say, you start square, which is mostly water, well, mostly island surrounded by water. Oh, my head is starting to implode again. It must be that pimple of water. So aesthetically, they've gone for realism, but haven't really pulled it off. So I'm going to have to give the lowest score of just 2 stars for that one. Detailing, it's not too bad. It's not necessarily that brilliant either. The bridges are really good. I'm going to give a solid 3 stars for that. And gameplay potential would be a lot higher, except for most of the 25 squares in the middle is water. So I'm just 2 stars, I think, for that one. So that's Edgewater Bay by Sadie1373. Not a bad first effort, and certainly a lot of potential for producing some really nice maps in the future. So thanks for watching, commenting, liking and subscribing. Join me again tomorrow for another map and another asset review. And watch out for them zombies. Can I go now?